At 5 a.m., while most of the world is still asleep, one of the most criticized women in America is already awake, already working, already building. She's been called famous for being famous. She's been dismissed as having no talent. Critics have spent 2 decades waiting for her 15 minutes of fame to expire, and they will keep on waiting. Her story is not about luck, a leaked tape, or a reality TV show. Her story is about something far more uncomfortable for her critics to acknowledge. Relentless, disciplined, non-negotiable work ethic that turned a socialite into one of the most powerful businesswomen in the world today. In this video, you're going to learn the 7 key principles that led to Kim Kardashian's success and how you can apply them to your own life. You'll learn the work habits, daily disciplines, and strategic decisions that make her an outlier among celebrities and entrepreneurs alike. And if you stay until the end, you'll discover the real reasons why she sold her beauty company for $1 billion and what happened every day at 5 a.m. that changed everything for Kim. So let's begin Section 1, the apprenticeship. Let's rewind to 2006. Kim Kardashian is 26 years old. She's not famous. She's working as Paris Hilton's closet organizer and stylist. And while most people would see this as a dead-end job, organizing clothes for someone else, Kim saw it as a masterclass in celebrity business. Here's what she was actually doing while everyone thought she was just following Paris around with shopping bags. She was studying every red carpet event, every paparazzi photo, every tabloid story, every brand deal. She was watching how the machinery of fame worked from the inside. She later acknowledged that Paris literally gave her a career. But what she didn't say is this: she was reverse engineering the entire playbook. But Kim made a critical decision that separated her from every other celebrity assistant in Hollywood. She didn't want to work for the rich and famous. She wanted to be the rich and famous. And that meant she needed her own vehicle for fame. In that same year, she and her sisters opened Dash, a boutique in Calabasas. Now, this wasn't some vanity project. Kim worked the register. She told reporters she was there during college, ringing up customers, learning retail from the ground floor. While she had access to Hollywood parties at night, she was clocking in at a clothing store during the day. Most people with her connections would have seen retail work as beneath them. Kim saw it as education. She was learning inventory management, customer psychology, profit margins, and brand building. She was putting in the hours that nobody saw, building skills that nobody knew she had. And then came 2007, the year everything changed, but not in the way you think. Section 2, turning crisis into capital. Yes, a sex tape leaked. Yes, it went viral. Yes, it was scandalous. But here's what separates Kim from the dozens of other celebrities who've had similar scandals: what she did next. Most people would hide. Most people would let their lawyers handle it and hope the story dies. Kim did the opposite. She sued to get a settlement, then she used the attention as a launching pad. Within months, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered on E! Entertainment. Now, you might think this was lucky timing. It wasn't. Her mother, Kris, had been shopping a reality show concept to networks, and the scandal gave them exactly the leverage they needed. But here's the work ethic part that nobody talks about. Reality television is brutal, unglamorous work. You're on camera 12 to 16 hours a day. You're exposing your personal life, your relationships, your vulnerabilities. You're giving producers the most intimate moments of your life to be edited, packaged, and sold. Most celebrities do reality TV when their careers are desperate or declining. Kim did it when she was building from zero, and she committed to it completely. For the next 14 years, she didn't miss filming. She didn't phone it in. She understood something crucial. The show was her platform, and the platform was everything. While other cast members might treat episodes casually, Kim was thinking 5 moves ahead. Every scene was content. Every controversy was engagement. Every headline was marketing. And here's where her work ethic becomes visible. She was simultaneously building businesses on the side. Fragrances in 2010, mobile apps, endorsement deals, the Kardashian collection clothing line. Most people would focus on just being a reality star. Kim was building a business empire in the margins, but the real test of her work ethic was still coming. And it would require her to make a decision that would either make her a billionaire or expose her as a fraud. Section 3, the beauty gamble. 2017. Kim is already wealthy from the show, from endorsements, from appearances. She could coast. She could live off her fame forever, doing nightclub appearances and sponsored posts. Instead, she makes a bet that requires her to work harder than she's ever worked before. She launches KKW Beauty. Now, you need to understand what this meant. The beauty industry is savage. It's competitive. It's oversaturated. Her own sister Kylie had already launched Kylie Cosmetics and was seeing massive success. Everyone would compare them. Everyone would expect Kim to fail, or to simply copy her sister's formula. Kim did something different. She studied the market. She looked at what was missing. She noticed that contour kits were trending, but most brands weren't doing them well. So she launched with Creme Contour Kits at $48 each. Here's where the work ethic becomes undeniable. She sold 300,000 units in 2 hours. That's over $14 million in revenue in the first 120 minutes. But that kind of success doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of preparation. Kim had been building her audience for a decade. She had been posting makeup tutorials. She had been engaging with fans about beauty. She had been studying her sister's direct-to-consumer model. When launch day came, she wasn't hoping it would work. She knew it would work because she had done the work to make it inevitable. But here's what nobody expected. She kept working. Most entrepreneurs would launch, see that success, and maybe release a few more products over the next year. Kim treated KKW Beauty like a full-time job on top of her full-time job. New launches, new campaigns, constant engagement with customers. Within 3 years, the company was doing $100 million in revenue annually, and she owned 100% of it. Then in 2020, she made another strategic move. She sold 20% to Coty for $200 million in cash. This valued her company at $1 billion and meant her remaining 72% stake was worth $500 million. But she wasn't done. Because while KKW Beauty was making her rich, she saw another gap in the market, and filling that gap would require her to work even harder. Section 4. The Skims Revolution. Imagine you're already running a beauty empire, starring in a reality show, raising children, and managing a social media presence that reaches hundreds of millions of people. Most people would say they don't have time for another business. Kim Kardashian said she didn't have time not to start another business. In 2019, she launched Skims, shapewear, but not just any shapewear. She had literally been cutting and dyeing her own shapewear in the sink with coffee and tea bags because she couldn't find products in her skin tone. She later said it was filling a gap that didn't exist in the marketplace. Think about that level of attention to detail. She's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and she's still in her bathroom dyeing fabric because the product she wants doesn't exist. That's not desperation, that's obsession with excellence. But launching Skims required a different level of work than KKW Beauty. This was apparel. This meant manufacturing, sizing, inventory management, body inclusivity across a massive range. Most celebrities would license their name to an existing company and collect checks. Kim took majority ownership and involved herself in every detail. Within 4 years, Skims was valued at $4 billion. Let me say that again. $4 billion. The company reported $750 million in revenue in 2023. Her stake alone is worth approximately $375 million. But here's what reveals her work ethic. In 2023, while running this multi-billion-dollar company, she negotiated a partnership with Nike to launch Nike Skims. She was expanding while other founders would be consolidating. She was moving faster while others would be slowing down. And during all of this, she was doing something that nobody expected, something that would prove her work ethic wasn't just about money. Section 5. The Law Student, 2018. Kim sees a video of Alice Marie Johnson, a 63-year-old woman serving life in prison for a first-time nonviolent drug offense. And something happens that changes the trajectory of Kim's life. She decides to get involved in criminal justice reform. Now, most celebrities would tweet support, maybe donate money. Kim flew to the White House, met with President Trump, and successfully got Alice Johnson's sentence commuted. But that could have been a one-time thing, a good PR story. Instead, Kim did something that proves her work ethic is about more than just building wealth. She decided to become a lawyer. Let me be clear about what this means. She enrolled in a 4-year law apprenticeship program in California. This requires 18 hours of study per week while working under supervising attorneys. 18 hours per week while running multiple billion-dollar businesses, while raising 4 children, while filming a television show. She passed the baby bar exam in 2021 after failing it 3 times. And when asked about it, she said that she rarely goes out anymore because she has to be home studying. She said her father, the late attorney Robert Kardashian, would be proud. And when she gets exhausted and wants to give up, she knows he's pushing her not to. In the last 3 months of 2019 alone, she helped fund the legal fees to free 17 people from federal prison through the 90 Days of Freedom campaign. She funded transportation costs so newly freed prisoners could get home to their families. She funded re-entry costs to help them transition back to society. This isn't passive charity. This is active, grinding, unglamorous work. She visits prisons. She meets with inmates. She reviews case files. She lobbies politicians. She spends hours with attorneys strategizing clemency petitions. Think about the level of commitment this requires. She could write checks and get all the good publicity. Instead, she's studying criminal law at 5 a.m. because she wants to actually be qualified to do this work. She wants to open her own law firm. She jokes that when Kim K retires, she'll just be an attorney helping people. That's not someone who's famous for being famous. That's someone who's obsessed with meaningful work. Section 6. The social media machine. Here's something most people don't understand about Kim's success. Her social media presence isn't casual. It's a full-time job that she treats with the same intensity as her businesses. She has over 300 million followers on Instagram. She's the 7th most followed person on the platform, and she can charge $1 million for a single sponsored post. But those numbers exist because she works at it constantly. She posts daily, multiple times a day. She engages with trends. She responds to cultural moments. She creates content that drives conversation. And every single post is strategic. She's not just sharing her life. She's building a media empire. When she joined Instagram in 2012, it wasn't just to have fun. It was to build a direct line to her audience that no network, no magazine, no media company could control. While other celebrities saw social media as a promotional tool, Kim saw it as infrastructure. And that infrastructure became the foundation for her business success. When she launches a product, she doesn't need to buy advertising. She has 300 million people she can reach instantly. That's worth billions in media value, and she built it post by post, day by day, year by year. Most people look at social media success and think it's luck or timing. Kim's social media success is work ethic. It's consistency. It's understanding that every single day, you either build your platform or you lose it. Section 7. The outlier mindset. So what makes Kim Kardashian an outlier? What separates her from every other celebrity who's tried to build businesses? Why did she become a billionaire when others with more talent, more resources, or better opportunities didn't? The answer is simple but profound. She never stopped working like she was trying to make it. Most people achieve success and then protect it. They become conservative. They slow down. They enjoy their wealth. Kim achieved success and used it as fuel to work even harder. Every victory became the foundation for the next challenge. When KKW Beauty succeeded, she didn't relax. She launched Skims. When Skims succeeded, she didn't relax. She partnered with Nike. When her businesses were making hundreds of millions, she didn't relax. She went to law school. Her work ethic isn't about desperation or insecurity. It's about genuine love for building things. She's said multiple times that she feels lazy when she's not working. That's not something you can fake. That's not PR speak. That's a real psychological drive that separates outliers from everyone else. And here's what makes her truly exceptional. She's willing to work in public. Most billionaires build their empires behind closed doors. Kim built hers on camera, knowing that every failure, every setback, every embarrassing moment would be documented and criticized. The emotional labor of that alone would break most people. She's been called talentless. She's been dismissed as a joke. She's been the punchline of 1,000 jokes about being famous for nothing. And her response wasn't to retreat. It wasn't to prove the critics wrong with a single big win. It was to outwork them every single day for 15 years until the criticism became irrelevant. Think about the people who said she had no talent. Where are they now? What empires have they built? What gaps in the market have they filled? What prisoners have they freed? Kim turned her critics into background noise through sheer volume of achievement. And perhaps most importantly, she's willing to evolve. When the beauty industry changed, she changed. When shapewear needed innovation, she innovated. When criminal justice needed advocates, she became an advocate. When law required study, she studied. She's not locked into being one thing. She's committed to being excellent at whatever she chooses to pursue. Conclusion. So here's what we've learned about Kim Kardashian's work ethic and why it made her one of the most successful female entrepreneurs in history. First, she treated every job as an education. When she was Paris Hilton's assistant, she was studying the business of fame. When she worked retail at Dash, she was learning customer service. She never saw work as beneath her. Second, she turned crisis into opportunity. The sex tape could have ended her career before it started. Instead, she used the attention to launch a platform that would last 14 years and spawn multiple businesses. Third, she took ownership. She didn't just license her name, she built companies and involved herself in operations. That's how you build real wealth. Fourth, she identified gaps. KKW Beauty filled a need for contour products. Skims filled a need for inclusive shapewear. She didn't just follow trends, she created solutions. Fifth, she committed to causes beyond money. Criminal justice reform doesn't make her richer. She does it because she cares, and she works at it with the same intensity as her businesses. Sixth, she built infrastructure. Her social media presence isn't luck. It's years of consistent strategic posting that created a direct line to hundreds of millions of consumers. And seventh, she never stopped working like she was hungry. Even after becoming a billionaire, she wakes up at 5 a.m. to study law. That's someone driven by something deeper than money. Kim Kardashian's work ethic made her an outlier because it's extreme, relentless, visible, and it's sustained over nearly 2 decades. She built multiple billion-dollar businesses while raising a family, studying law, advocating for prisoners, and maintaining a media presence that generates millions in value. She's famous because she worked harder than everyone who was supposed to be more talented. She's a billionaire because she outworked every critic, every competitor, and every expectation. Talent is common, luck is random, but work ethic is a choice. Kim Kardashian chose to work harder than anyone thought she needed to, and that choice turned a reality show into a $2 billion empire. That's not luck, that's not privilege, that's work ethic. Pure, undeniable, relentless work ethic.